friends, Miss Mackenzie here. I miss you guys, but I thought since even though we don't have preschool, we can still do story time through videos. So I'm super excited to get to read to you today. We're gonna read a really special book. It's called The Night Before St. Patrick's Day. Because we have a holiday coming up, I moved our today sign, so here's today. Tomorrow is a special day. Do you remember what this is? I'll hold it up so you can see it better. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So we're gonna read a St. Patrick's Day book today called The Night Before St. Patrick's Day. So on this cover, I see a lot of these little guys. And we talked about it a little bit. Do you remember what those little guys are called? Let's see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them on here. Those are leprechauns. And leprechauns are these little guys. I'll show you up close. They have orange hair and they dress in all green and they're teeny tiny. They're really sneaky. And the special thing about leprechauns is they love this. That's a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. And I see 4-leaf clovers on here because they're lucky, and St. Patrick's Day is all about things that are super lucky. So let's read this book, The Night Before St. Patrick's Day by Natasha Wing. She wrote the words, and illustrated by Amy Wummer. She drew all these beautiful pictures. So let's see what happens. The night before St. Patrick's Day. 'Twas the night before St. Patrick's Day, the day to wear green. Here's their calendar, just like ours. March, here's today, and tomorrow has a green circle for St. Patrick's Day. And look over here, a sneaky little leprechaun. Not a creature was stirring, except Tim and Maureen. This is Maureen, and this is Tim. It looks like they're decorating their house for St. Patrick's Day with lots and lots of green. They decked out the den from ceiling to floor with streamers and rainbows and shamrocks galore. Look how beautiful their house looks. All those St. Patrick's Day decorations. Later, they carefully made traps with gold charms and rings. I bet we catch a leprechaun. They love shiny things. For if they caught one, so the legend told, they'd find where he buried his big pot of gold. So over here, this is how they're gonna catch a leprechaun. With shiny things and pull the string. They're gonna catch him. They set all the traps round the room with great care in hopes a wee Irishman would soon be theirs. Look at all these fancy traps. Here and over here. Ooh, this one's cool. There's a little ladder for that one. Ooh, and some steps. Very cool. The children then nestled all snug in their beds while visions of gold coins danced in their heads. Now they're sleeping. I see a thought bubble with some gold coins and a rainbow. When they're sleeping with a thought bubble, that means they're dreaming. So she's dreaming of a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. The puppy's dreaming too. He's dreaming about a bone at the end of his rainbow. Puppies love bones. Happy St. Patty's Day, said Dad early the next morning. Then he started to play bagpipes without a warning. He huffed and he puffed an old Irish song. This is what Irish people play for instruments. It's called a bagpipe. You have to blow in it to make noise. Makes a pretty song. Looks like the kids are dancing to his song. Mom dished out green eggs and sang loudly along. That's a good breakfast for St. Patrick's Day. Some green eggs. Hers are only a little bit green. They're kind of yellow and kind of green. Oops. When from the bedroom arose such a clatter, the kids ran down the hallway to see what was the matter, and what to their wondering eyes should appear. I wonder what they saw. So they heard a clatter. That means some like crashing and banging. I wonder what could be making all that noise. But a terrible mess. A leprechaun was here. How do they know there was a leprechaun? I wonder if the leprechaun made the mess. Oh man. Look, I see he painted with some green paint. And he scattered all these gold coins everywhere. They're even on the bed. What a mess. Oh my gosh. Be quiet, whispered Maureen. He's hiding somewhere. When we find him, remember, we must hold his stare. For if you look away, if you so much as blink, leprechauns will vanish as quick as a wink. The kids trailed some muddy footprints back and forth across the floor. Look at these footprints. They're teeny tiny. Those must be the leprechaun's footprints. I think maybe he stepped in some paint, maybe the brown paint, to make him look muddy. They're looking for him, which led them under Tim's bed and past the closet door. And then, inside a trap, they heard someone giggling, a real live leprechaun. They both saw him wiggling. So here they're looking for him. And he's inside their trap. They caught him. Now they have to stare at him so he doesn't run away. His eyes, how they twinkled, his body so tiny. His hands held a trinket so golden and shiny. He was dressed in all green from his head to his toes, and he looked like a cobbler wearing fairy-sized clothes. The children approached him, staring straight in his eyes. Tell us where the gold is. Don't be tricky. No lies. I buried it under a rock, smooth and hard. It's marked with an X, right in your backyard. That's what the leprechaun told him. So here he's holding the necklace because he loves shiny things. And over here he's telling them that his pot of gold is buried in the backyard under a rock with an X on it. That doesn't sound like a trick. I wonder if he tricked them. But when the kids went outside with their shovel and pick, they instantly saw it had been a big trick. Every rock in their yard has an X on it. Oh no, see all these X's? If they dig under every rock, ugh, their mom and dad would be grumpy. I'd make a big mess. Ha ha, I fooled you. It's time to disappear. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, and better luck next year. There he goes. He tricked them. Up here it says, Happy St. Patrick's Day. The end. I hope you really liked that book. And if you think you might be able to catch a leprechaun, let me find the page, you could make one of these really cool, sneaky traps. This is the one that he got caught in this story. And remember, they really like shiny things, so if you want to get them inside your trap, got to put a shiny thing in there. Have a super great evening and happy St. Patrick's Day, and hopefully I can read you another story tomorrow. Bye, friends.